Okay guys, so some notes on solving a system of equations by elimination. As you can see, they didn't print out so well. I'm just going to do a couple here. First thing you want to do is, if you look at these steps, you want to make sure that you basically want to arrange your equations like this, or at least make sure the like terms are lined up, the x's are lined up, the y's are lined up, the constants are lined up. So once everything's aligned, the next thing you want to do is see if you can add the equations to eliminate. Like here, it'll work. 5 plus 3 is 8x, negative 6 plus 6 is 0, so getting a 0 is what we call eliminating. And then negative 32 plus 48, that's 16. So I'm going to add these equations and eliminate the y. 5x plus 3x is 8x. Negative 6y plus 6y is 0, which you don't really need. Negative 32 plus 48 is 16. So 8x plus 0 is 8x. And then bring down 16 and divide. Get x equals 2. Once you get x equals 2, plug that into either of these equations, preferably maybe the bottom one because it doesn't have a negative, and figure out what y is. So 3 times 2 plus 6y equals 48. 3 times 2 is 6. Subtract 6. Alright, subtract that. 48 minus 6 is 42. Bring down the 6y, divide, and y equals 7. So don't forget to write your answer as x comma y. Also, I'd mental math check my answer in the other equation. So I'd be like 5 times 2 is 10. 6 times 7 is 42. 10 minus 42 is negative 32, so it checks out. On this one, the same thing will happen, right? When I add the equations, the y's will cancel. So 2x plus 6x, 8x, 5y plus negative 5y is 0. You don't need that. 17 plus negative 9 is 8. Divide both sides by 8x equals 1. Take the 1 for x, plug it into one of those original equations, and solve for y. So 2 plus 5y equals 17. Subtract the 2. 5y equals 15. Divide y equals 3. Don't forget to write your answer as x comma y. Check it in this equation. 6 times 1 is 6, minus 5 times 3 is 15, and 6 minus 15 is negative 9. So that checks out. The only other thing I want to look at today is when you can subtract the equations and eliminate a variable. If I add here 4x plus 3x is 7x, y plus y is 2y, 8 plus 0 is 8, nothing gets eliminated. However, if you subtract here, you'll eliminate the y's. But basically when you subtract, you're subtracting everything, so the sign of every term will have to change in one of the equations. So again, changing the y to a minus y will eliminate the y's. But when I change the y to a minus y, I also have to change the 3x to a minus 3x, and 0 doesn't really matter, the sign that is. So 4x minus 3x, or if you prefer 4x plus negative 3x is x, y plus negative y is 0, you don't need that. 8 plus 0 is, or plus negative 0 is still 8, and that one's actually solved, but just by subtracting. X is 8. Plug in an 8 for x into one of these original equations, and 4 times 8 is 32. Subtract that 32, and y equals negative 24. Don't forget to write your answer as x comma y, ordered pair, and check it in the other equation. Let's see. 3 times 8 is 24, plus negative 24. 24 plus negative 24 is 0, so that checks out.